Why does your circuit breaker trip? A homeowner's guide. The unsung hero of your home. Ever had the power suddenly go out in one part of your house? Chances are, your circuit breaker tripped. Think of your circuit breaker as a superhero for your home's electrical system. It's a vital safety device designed to protect your house from electrical fires and damage caused by too much electricity flowing at once. When it trips, it's actually doing its job keeping you safe. What is a tripped breaker? A tripped circuit breaker simply means it has automatically switched off the power to a specific part of your home. It does this when it detects an issue, like an overload or a fault. Understanding why it trips is the first step to knowing what to do. The overloaded circuit. This is perhaps the most common reason. Imagine trying to pour too much water into a small cup, it overflows. Similarly, if you plug too many high-power devices, like a toaster, microwave, and hairdryer, into outlets on the same circuit, you can demand more electricity than it's designed to handle. The breaker then trips to prevent overheating. The sudden short circuit. A short circuit happens when an active electrical wire accidentally touches a neutral or ground wire. This creates a very quick, uncontrolled surge of electricity. Think of it like a sudden burst of water from a broken pipe. Your breaker detects this dangerous surge and instantly trips to cut the power. The sneaky ground fault. A ground fault occurs when electricity takes an unintended path to the ground. This often happens due to damaged wiring or faulty appliances, especially in areas with water like bathrooms or kitchens. It's a very dangerous situation, and your breaker will trip immediately to protect you from shock. Beyond the basics, faulty appliances. Sometimes, the problem isn't your wiring but an appliance itself. A defective appliance might draw too much power, essentially creating an overload or even a small short circuit within its own wiring. If a breaker trips whenever you plug in a specific device, that appliance might be the culprit. When your breaker is the problem, a failing breaker. While rare, sometimes the circuit breaker itself can be old, worn out, or faulty. In such cases, it might trip too easily even without an actual electrical issue, or worse, it might fail to trip when it should, which is a serious safety concern. First step, identifying the tripped breaker. When the power goes out, head to your electrical panel. You'll see a switch that's typically flipped to the off or middle position, unlike the others that are on. This is your tripped breaker. Note which area of your home it controls. Troubleshooting, unplug and reset. Before doing anything else, unplug or turn off devices from the affected circuit. Then, firmly flip the tripped breaker all the way to the off position, and then back to the on position. If it resets, great. Try plugging devices back in one by one to find out what caused the trip. When to call a pro, don't hesitate. If your circuit breaker continues to trip frequently, even after you have tried troubleshooting, or if you see any signs of burning, sparking, or damaged wires, it's crucial to call a licensed electrician immediately. They can diagnose the underlying issue safely and effectively. Your safety is always the top priority.